everyone, hope you're all fine. Today we are going to start our first lecture of Principle of Virology, which is origin and evolution of viruses. Whenever we start our lecture, you should have to understanding and command on the lecture topic. Our lecture is origin and evolution of viruses. What is the meaning of origins? Origins means from where the viruses come, and evolution means what is the changing occurs within the viruses. The cellular organisms, which includes the different bacteria, amoeba, protozoa, algae, and many more, we all have evidence that they are inferred from the fossils. But in the case of viruses, we have a very limited information, very limited knowledge. Uh, we don't know from where it originates, from where it comes. The viruses is very doubtful. And when we come to the sequencing of viruses, the enable construction of phylogenetic tree and the monitoring of virus evolution as it occurs. As we know that the study of virology is known as the virology, and it has a great importance in a different number of areas, including the emergence of a new pathogenic viruses. Pathogenic viruses means which cause disease, and the development of viruses of resistance to drug. As you know that the virus is an infectious agent that cause infection or disease, and it is very small that we cannot see it with the naked eye. We can see on only the viruses in the electron microscope. There is a timeline of Earth history that where the viruses comes. First of all, there is a formation of Earth, then after bacteria, eukaryotes, and insects come, mammals, and then after that the humans. Um, there is a question: where did the viruses come from? This is the question that answer is still unknown. We don't know that where the viruses comes. We can, however, speculate about possible ancestral viruses that include the molecular precursor of cellular organisms when the Earth was young, component cells and intracellular microorganisms. We are going to start and we all cover the different topics: molecular precursor of cellular organisms and component cells and intracellular microorganisms. First of all, the molecular precursor of cellular organisms. It is thought that on the early Earth, before the cellular organism had come into existence, RNA molecules underwent evolution, have the developing enzymatic activities and ability to replicate. And it was thought that if it is parasitized by the sum of RNA molecules which somehow acquire the capsid protein genes, and these were the first viruses. If this happened, then these were the first viruses. There is a component of cells which is, first of all, if the cellular components evolve abilities, first of they will replicate themselves. They are independent of host control. We know that the viruses should have a host for replicate, and then became the parasite of those cells. The genome of many plus-strand RNA viruses of eukaryotic cells have the characteristic of eukaryotic RNA. The example is very interesting that the 5' end of the genome is capped in the tobacco viruses. These are the examples that you should have to cram like that. And the 3' end is polydenilated in the coronaviruses, while the genome of coronavirus are the both with capped and polyadenylated. The plus strand in the D as the double-stranded RNA genome of fluviruses are also capped and the polyadenylated. The covalently close circular DNA molecule is known as the plasmid. You know that what is a plasmid? Plasmid basically is small circular DNA molecules which found in the bacteria and other microorganisms. which is found in the prokaryotic and the eukaryotic. The question is, could some DNA viruses are descendant of some molecules? The answer is yes. Why not? Some bacterial species carry genes that specify for the production of the protein tube as spirals that attach other bacterial cells and allow the transfer of copy from one cell to another. You know that there is like the tube from where the genome from where they move from the one part to another and just cut and paste. You know that what is the transposons? Transposons, you know that is a repeated DNA sequence that has the ability to move from the one location to another in the genome, and it also known as the jumping genes. These are the intracellular microorganisms. There is strong evidence the mitochondria and chloroplast of eukaryotic cells are derived from the prokaryotic cells that adopt the new modes of life within the cells of host organisms. That it was thought that first prokaryotic comes, then after the prokaryotics, then eukaryotics developed. It was increasingly dependent on their host, and when they depend on host, they will they will do two functions. First of all, they have the ability to lose the various function, and plus they will encode those, and losing the genes that encode those functions. And the viruses that may be present this in the Mimi virus. Mimi virus is the, you can say, is the complex virus. Okay, Mimi virus is the complex virus and has a 1.2 MB genome. Of this virus encodes a variety of proteins, including enzymes for the polysaccharide synthesis and protein involvement translation. It also encodes a 6 transverse RNA. And this is our lecture. If you have any query, then you can ask me. If you like the lecture, then never forget to subscribe and this and share with your friends as well. Thank you so much.